Hey guys, Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. Last week I shared this adorable little pretty pillow box tote with you. We made this one and I shared that it would be the perfect holder for 3x3 note cards. It's also a great gift card holder. I know your seasonal gift giving just got much easier as gift card holder, or look at how cute these little note cards are. They'd be adorable as a hostess gift. Give your hostess a couple little enclosure cards that she can use through the season. All right, so we're going to make the 3 cards. Aren't these gorgeous? That fit in this little tote. I'll link you to the video for the tote below. All right, let's go ahead and get started. To start with, I have 3 3x3 cards and 3 2 7/8 by 2 7/8 designer series papers. Let's adhere these gorgeous designer series papers to our card fronts. You get to see 6 of the patterns from the painted Christmas designer series paper. Really is quite a festive and fun paper pack. I'm so excited to help you wrap it up for Christmas with your gift card giving, hostess treats. Don't forget to check out the Kitchen Table Stamper store, kitchentablestamper.com/shop. And in the first page, we have a new class for you in the online classroom called Wrap It Up for Christmas. It features this same products suite, the designer series paper, the Christmas season bundle that we're using today, and the Christmas to Remember stamp set to help you with your treats, your table favors, stocking stuffers, help you wrap it up for Christmas. It's $25 in the online classroom, and the projects coordinate perfectly with these that we're making today. All right, so we got our designer series paper and our 3x3 note cards are ready. Let's do some stamping. All right, first we have our Stampin' Pierce mat, because the Christmas season bundle is a photopolymer stamp set. It's 14 pieces. You can bundle it up with the seasonal labels dies that we're using today and save 10% on those products. We're going to use some soft sea foam and this beautiful long sprig. And remember, you'll need one of each of these for every card. Now I've got soft suede and a little sprig, real red, and the berries for that sprig. All right, let's change some ink pads here. I've brought in Early Espresso and Garden Green. We've still got soft suede. Let's make our pine cones. I've got both of the base layers. This is the large and the small, and we're going to stamp soft suede, stamp off, and then stamp the base of our pine cone. Both sizes, one for each note card that you're making. If you're making more than one set, I recommend, especially as we're all trying to wrap it up for Christmas, that you stamp all the pine cones that you're going to need for all the note cards that you're going to make, or all the totes that you're going to make, and then cut them out all at once. Really make a assembly line production of this. It'll go by so fast. All right, I've got my Early Espresso for the details for the pine cone, and we're gonna just stamp the details right over. So beautiful. Aren't those great? All right, then Garden Green. I've got a pine bough. We're going to ink one of those and stamp. All right, those are our pieces for our little note card. Now let's do our greetings. I've gone ahead and done 2 of our little greetings already. These are on basic white, and this is a 9/16 inch by 3 inch strip. The 9/16 is just 1/16 bigger than half an inch, so we can fit the upper floor on the H and the basement on the Y. It needs to be just a little bit more than half an inch. This Merry Christmas greeting, look at that gorgeous font, is from the Christmas to Remember stamp set. We're going to use Merry Christmas on the outside. Isn't that beautiful? And now let me slide those aside and let that dry for a second. On the inside of our cards, we're going to use either May This Be a Christmas to Remember and Cherish, or Friends Like You Make This Season Special. I'm going to do a mix of the two greetings. I cut these little basic white labels ahead using the seasonal labels die set. Got early espresso ink here. Let's go ahead and stamp our greetings right in the center of those labels. Aren't those pretty? All right, let me clear away the ink pads and we'll get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. All right, so I've got the machine here. The first thing I'm gonna do is with a little scrap of some metallic gold cardstock and the third largest of the scallop contours dies, I'm gonna cut a little border edge to accent my sentiment strip. This is a really fun way to use your dies, your scalloped ones, in another way. It's gonna make a gorgeous little trim right below our greeting. It just adds so much character to this card. Next, let's die cut our greenery pieces. The seasonal labels has those awesome labels and all the little outline dies to cut these pieces. You can cut all the different parts in one pass. So as you're planning for making multiples, you'll want to plan that you can do all the different shapes every time you run it through the machine. Just really take advantage of every single crank. Now that's a loaded die cut machine. You could even add on the labels dies that you're going to use for the inside and make sure you're cranking one of those with each time you crank for the outside decorations. So really plan and use all the space on the machine every time you crank it through. It'll make making lots of these so much easier. And look at that. Look at those gorgeous results. Highlights, shadows, all the nice texture that the distinctive stamp gives. You look like an artist. All you did was ink, stamp, and die cut. Okay, so there's our parts. Let's bring in our cards and let's get them assembled. Let's go that way. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is take my greeting on that little strip of basic white and we're going to adhere to the little gold accent. I'm going to bring the label to the right of center and put my greeting right above the stitches, a little off center. And that's going to need a second to grab. So let's get our pine cones and branch. We can add some Stampin' Dimensionals. Put one on my pine cone, one on my little pine cone, and one on my branch. Okay, my Stampin' Dimensionals are sticky. We're going to start with the greenery. And bring in a sample here. And we're going to put first this soft seafoam sprig. And we'll glue that so that it goes almost to the fold, just below the edge of the Designer Series paper. And then the pine branch, can glue that one down. Next up, our big pine cone. And our little guy. And the berries. Now our greeting. We're going to take the greetings and put a little dimensional on them too. I'm going to put one on the end and then two low because we've got the pine cones on dimensionals already. And then one on the other extreme end here. Pop the greeting on. We want to see just a little bit of that Designer Series paper underneath the gold scallop. That gorgeous. We've got a couple more to do here. Let's go ahead. All right, aren't they beautiful? Last little greeting strip here. And now we've got our inside greetings. Friends like you make this season special. We'll just center those right inside. Little liquid glue. May this be a Christmas to remember and cherish. Some perfect little enclosure cards to go with maybe a bottle of wine or a poinsettia plant. They're just such a gorgeous little handmade touch that can really liven up any gift this holiday season. So as you're out and visiting, bring these to your hostesses and they can use them to just keep making the season bright. All right, last thing, speaking of making the season bright, let's embellish. I got Garden Gems, the perfect Christmas embellishment with a soft succulent and evening evergreen. Look at those gorgeous sparkle that those throw. I like the evening evergreen ones for this project because they throw a little bit of gold sparkle to go with our gold accent. I'm going to use a large and a small on each of these cards just to add a little fire. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, you guys, there they are. They're just so cute. Here's our totes. Our first set of note cards in our Holly Jolly Christmas tote. And this newest set of note cards in our 'Tis the Season tote. I'll leave them out. If you've got any questions, please email marissa@kitchentablestamper.com. To shop Stampin' Up 24/7, buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. And to pick up the Wrap It Up for Christmas treat class online, buzz over to kitchentablestamper.com/shop. Let me help you wrap it up for Christmas. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.